What's up, y'all? Uh, Sean Stevens here, aka AwkwordP. I probably look like a hot mess, but it's all good. I don't care what I look like. I'm still do this podcast vlog that was requested by me when I had put out there. If people would like to hear beat battles, see me make a beat live, or hear about some of my hip hop stories. So I'm going to tell one of my hip hop stories. Uh, First of all, I'm producer, AwkwordP, manager, engineer, among other things. Been making music for 20 years. Been into hip hop since I was 8 years old. So, hip hop's pretty much been my life. You can find me everywhere as AWKWORDP, and I mostly produce for Young Phantom, and I manage a artist recently named Lil Shroomy. So look him up, stream him everywhere, SoundCloud, whatever. But let's cut to the chase. I'm gonna tell a story about a rapper I really look up to, a rapper that's been probably my top 5, dead or alive, top 1. He is rapper Copywrite, aka his real name Pete Nelson, rap name Copywrite. He also has an alter ego, Power Bar Ernie. Very interesting music. I recommend checking it out. It's something different. But yeah, actually, I got this shirt from Copy's show when he came to the Busted Lift in Dubuque uh, several years back. I believe in 16 or 17. And yeah, I've been a fan of Copyright for a long time, since the mid '90s, and he is real. He's got real bars. He's got crazy metaphors, and just, I mean, I think he's a better rapper than Eminem. That's just my opinion, because he never signed a deal. He's been doing it independent this whole time. So I had actually connected with Copyright when some friends of mine have a music record label called Man Bites Dog Records. Shouts to Man Bites Dog. Shouts to Count Fifth. Shouts to RML. Those guys grew up in the area of Virginia where I grew up, so they actually had Copyright on their label. And through mutual friends, I kind of stalked out Copyright, or Pete, and added him on Facebook. And he is playing a show at the Busted Lift, and I shot him a message and said, "Hey man, is there anything you need when you come to my town? Like anything at all, like just say the word and I got you, And he requested some medications, which I couldn't procure a certain kind, but I did get him something like it. And I met Pete, and seen his shoes. He had some Cement 5s, and was like, "Yeah, bro, those are very clean Cement 5s." And he noticed my Bo Jackson Broken Batch, which were also very clean. We just talked about music, and I said he was a huge influence to me making music, and just one of my all-time favorite artists. Didn't really like fan out. I didn't fanboy on him, I chilled out, and Pete's a real person, like all artists are real people, so you gotta treat them like real people. Um, so I copped a T-shirt and a couple CDs, and he signed them, and he did his show, and it was lit. It was I remember rapper Ness Words was rapping. Rest in peace, Ness Words. He passed away a few years ago, but it was an honor to get to see him before he passed. And Copyright put on a great show. He did June, classic tracks. He did the Cage, uh, like Agent Orange diss track that he has against Cage, because they used to be in a group called the Weathermen, and actually I have a Weatherman tattoo, if you can see that right there. Um, they were one of my favorite groups, the Weathermen. They had a bunch of artists in it, and they're just a grimy, grungy indie crew of rappers. And guess Cage and Copy had a falling out, and now don't talk or get along. So Copy has a diss track to him, which is kind of fire. It's more fire than the original. Um, but yeah, great show, man. Pete was a great live performer. Cool dude. Did the encore, everything. Sat and talked to the fans. I mean, he talked to me, you know. So like, it was a really cool experience in meeting Pete. And then at the show afterwards, I asked him if he wanted to smoke some loud, smoke some weed, and he said he don't really smoke weed, and he said he hasn't in years, and it's not really his thing or whatever. I was like, cool, I respect that. I was like, check it out, you know. I had some fire, and I showed him, and he was like, man, if I did smoke, I definitely would though right now, but I can't. So I shot him a message, said thanks for coming through to our town and stuff, man. You're great. We loves you. Come back anytime you need anything. I got you. Um, and he was in Des Moines, and he messaged me. He said, man, I started smoking. I wish I would have smoked with you last night because that shit looked fire. So, funny story. And ever since then, I believe Copywrite has been a smoker, been a celebrator of the 420, if you'd say. And so yeah, I could have got to smoke weed if I was a day late with one of my hip hop idols. Um, so yeah, and going on, you know, I produce hip hop and work with an artist named Young Phantom. We've been doing hip hop for almost a decade, and Copyright was doing a special on features, so I hit him up and wasn't thinking, you know, anything would really ever happen, but uh, actually he agreed, and I sent him the beat, and Phantom did his verses and the chorus. It's a track called Me and My Demons on the Awkward Phantom project. Awkward Phantom is spelled AWKWORD space FANTOM. And Copyright agreed to do the track for a fee, and you know, it was it. I'm not gonna say like he took forever, but like I had to get on him. Like I was texting him and messaging him, and I had his cell number and stuff, and was like, "Hey Pete, will you get the verse laid down? You know, whatever." He's like, "I hit him in the studio, you know, this AM." And it was only like a week and a half after I paid for it, but you know, I'm patient. My money's out there, you know, typical nervous white kid, you know. Um, but I'm not really a white kid, far from it. But eventually he hit me back and said, I hit the studio, I'm going to get it mixed, and I'm sending the files back to you tomorrow. And I got the track back, and it was absolute fire. And working with one of my favorite rappers of all time was probably the biggest accomplishment I've made in music so far. Like if I died today, like I would I would die happy because I did a track with Copyright, you know. Um, it was a really cool experience, and doing the whole like sending files and stuff, and uh, working, doing music with somebody in a different state online, you know. It taught me some things about that, and you know how to do it and whatnot. But it turned out great. It turned out real good, and the track's you could stream it on all streaming platforms off the Awkward Phantom project. Um, and yeah, it's a great story. I could have smoked with Pete, but I was a day late. I made sure I took care of him when he came through to my city. It's a great performance, great guy, real down to earth, got a mean shoe game, and has impeccable style. I mean, not to gas him up too much, man, but I really look up to Pete. You know, he's a good guy, and it was the whole experience was something I'll never forget. You know, to this day. I mean, I still have the copyright T-shirt. You know, copyright Columbus, Ohio, and he's out of Columbus, Ohio, and actually got some clout or some connections from adding friends that he tagged in his posts or liked his posts or other musicians, because Columbus got a poppin' music scene, like hip hop scene, like very unique, not like anywhere else, and they have lots of hardworking artists. And I want to say big up to Columbus and the whole state of Ohio, and everybody there. And it's put me in touch with a few other artists that I look up to now and enjoy. And one who had actually uh, suggested that I do a hip hop vlog story. I had met through Copywrite, Meta Force, spelled META, the number 4CE, and dudes, dudes, dude's out there for real. He works real hard, and he be doing beats and lyrics, the whole thing, man. Funny guy. He's real grimy though. Um, so you know, just a hip hop story from Sean Even Stevens, aka AwkwordP. You know, moments in hip hop. Um, I'll definitely have some more stories to share, but I want to give a shout out to the artist I manage, Lil Shroomy. You can stream him anywhere. Pretty much all of his good stuff is on SoundCloud. The kid is insane, drops tracks every day. And I want to shout out to Young Phantom and his record label that he's signed to, Mike Hand Recordings. We actually have a track with the owner of the label, Imperfect, and it's called No Denying. It's also on the Awkward Phantom project. So yeah, man, thank you guys for watching, for tuning in, listening. Uh, I will, I'll think of some more Even Stevens, aka AwkwordP, moments of hip hop vlogs to do for you guys. I'm testing out this camera and this new mic I got, so you know I got a little used refurbished GoPro, but I just got this mic, you know, so it's all official, man. Uh, mad love to all of y'all, man. Be safe out there with this coronavirus stuff going on. Wash your hands, cover your cough, isolate. I mean, this isolation's brought out a lot of creativity with me. So I've been very productive, and I'm gonna make sure some good stuff comes from this coronavirus epidemic. But uh, I I still don't think it's as sick as meeting my all-time favorite rapper and actually doing a track with him. So, man, thank you guys. You can find me anywhere as AwkwordP, AWKWORDP, um, Spotify. Stream my songs. We got a Lil Shroomy, and AwkwordP self-titled album that just dropped March 19th, I believe. So y'all go check it out, man. And I'll be back, man. Mad love to you guys. Respect.